Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really embarking on something exciting.
Yeah, a journey into the extraordinary realm of your subconscious mind.
Exactly. Imagine unlocking this hidden powerhouse within you,
Oh.
a source of incredible potential for learning, for growth,
Yeah.
achievement.
And that's where Grandmaster Avadhut comes in. I mean,
Yeah.
38 years guiding people through his subconscious mind power training.
Right. So get ready, because we're going to discover some truly fascinating ideas today, ideas that could really change how you see yourself, your capabilities.
It's remarkable stuff, isn't it? His work, it touches on so many parts of life.
It really does.
We're not just looking at one little area when we talk subconscious. His training, it offers tools, insights. They can ripple through your health, boost learning, enhance relationships.
Finance, too, right? And spirituality.
Absolutely. Finance, sports, social growth, career, even things like out-of-body experiences, sleep learning, personal purification. It's a very holistic approach. Really helps you live a more empowered life.
It's like we're all driving this high-performance car, but maybe only using first gear.
That's a great analogy.
Grandmaster Avadhut's training kind of gives you the keys to unlock that full potential, right? To access parts of your mind you didn't even know were there.
Precisely. He often talks about how our subconscious holds these incredible abilities just waiting.
Like becoming more intuitive,
No.
more clairvoyant almost.
Yeah, more in tune with your inner wisdom and functioning that way in a controlled manner. That's the kind of transformation we're exploring today.
So where does it all begin? How do you start working with the subconscious?
Well, it really starts with understanding how to work with your subconscious mind in a focused way. One of the foundational practices Grandmaster Avadhut teaches is regular meditation.
Okay.
He guides a specific standard process of meditation. It involves techniques to help you enter a deep state of calm, like the 3-to-1 or 5-to-1 method.
Right, getting into that meditative
Yeah.
level.
Exactly. And even creating a mental space, what he calls the mental workstation, for inner exploration, meeting mental counselors there, maybe visiting a relaxation place.
Okay, like creating a dedicated quiet room inside yourself. That makes sense.
And Grandmaster Avadhut also speaks of the sound of silence meditation.
Yes, I found that fascinating. You create an internal vibration.
You do, and then you deeply listen to the stillness, the silence that follows.
He describes these subtle sensations, right? Like a lightness above the head, a coolness.
Yes, a feeling of expansion, lighter and cooler, a soothing sensation on the scalp, sometimes even an upward pull. It sounds like a key to unlocking a deeper level of awareness.
So the meditation isn't just the sound, it's being aware in the silence after.
That's exactly it. And what's so interesting, as the Grandmaster emphasizes, is that with consistent practice, you actually cultivate a greater capacity for that inner stillness, that near-nothingness.
You increase the time and space of it.
Right. It's not just about the absence of noise. It's about being consciously aware within that peaceful space. This regular engagement is what strengthens your connection to your subconscious.
Now, something that really sparks the imagination is this idea of speed learning and even sleep learning.
Yes. Grandmaster Avadhut suggests we can condition our subconscious mind to become more receptive to information even while we sleep.
That sounds incredible.
It is. And he mentions that people often notice an improvement in their memory recall even before they see dramatic results in, accelerated learning itself.
That's a pretty powerful incentive to give it a try, isn't it?
Definitely. And Sir has outlined clear stages for speed learning, a systematic way to build this capacity.
How did that work?
Well, it starts with familiar subjects, maybe using your own voice recording. Then you gradually progress to new material, different speakles.
Okay, building up tolerance, kind of.
Sort of. And the ultimate goal, he explains, is to be able to study multiple subjects concurrently, maybe up to 6 or more.
Wow. Simultaneously.
Yes, with recommended time allocations. Like completing stage 4 with maybe 20 minutes and 3 subjects before going longer. The aim is eventually an hour per subject. It's a structured path to really enhance your learning efficiency.
This leads us nicely into how Grandmaster Avadhut views our inner world, doesn't it? The subconscious worldview.
It does. He places a strong emphasis on the power of positive thinking.
Explaining that every word, every thought creates a kind of mental picture.
Exactly. And positive thinking then involves actively visualizing the future experiences you want to have.
So we have a responsibility for our thoughts, For the energy they put out.
He underscores that, yes. Our responsibility for the thoughts we entertain and the energy they generate really makes you think about the kind of internal movies you're constantly playing, doesn't it?
It certainly does. That's a crucial point. Recognizing that link gives us the power to consciously shape our inner narrative.
And consequently, our external experiences, becoming the director of your own mental cinema, so to speak.
But what about negative thoughts? They happen. How do we manage those?
Well, Grandmaster Avadhut offers practical techniques for what he calls mental house cleaning.
Oh, okay.
He describes negative energy not as a physical thing, but more like shadows they dissipate when light is introduced.
The light of positive thoughts, in this case.
Precisely. And the cancel technique he recommends is a way to immediately interrupt negative thought patterns.
Just stop them.
Stop them and immediately replace them with a positive one. Redirect your focus, prevent those negative neural pathways from getting too deep.
And what about really persistent negative thoughts? The ones that keep coming back?
For those, Sir mentions the speech bubble technique. It provides a specific mental image to help you visualize releasing them, vanishing them.
So these aren't just abstract ideas, they're actual steps you can take.
Very actionable steps to cultivate a more positive and constructive inner dialogue.
Grandmaster Avadhut also introduces this really interesting concept of biological intelligence. What exactly is that?
He defines it as our innate human capacity for, well, rational thought and understanding that ultimately benefits everyone concerned. It encompasses the vast dimensions of the human mind.
And how does that relate to higher intelligence?
He distinguishes biological intelligence from higher intelligence, which he describes as a source of even greater wisdom and abilities that our biological intelligence can connect with.
Tapping into a deeper well of knowledge, potentially.
That's the idea. It's very compelling.
So how does all this apply to achieving our goals, our aspirations?
Right. Well, Grandmaster Avadhut provides a very clear framework for that. His goal planning process emphasizes setting realistic and specific objectives.
Using the SMART criteria, I imagine. Specific, measurable.
Exactly. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. But importantly, he also guides us on how to check if a goal is truly achievable and beneficial before we invest our energy.
How do you check that?
Using subconscious thoughts, or perhaps consulting your mental counselors at the Wealth Warehouse, or through deep meditation, verifying it aligns.
Okay. And then there's goal achieving.
Yes, which is full of practical steps. Setting timelines, creating action plans, anticipating obstacles, tracking progress, all very grounded.
But there's something else he introduces. DBLRP.
Yes. DBERB, desire, belief, expectancy, and result programming. He presents this as fundamental to success.
Like a recipe. Key ingredients.
Kind of, yeah. You need all of them for the desired outcome.
What's particularly insightful is how Grandmaster Avadhut explains faith in this context.
Yes, he sees faith as the synergy, the mixture of desire, belief, and expectancy.
He shares some stories to illustrate this, doesn't he?
He does. Like the drowning people and the loaned money examples, they beautifully illustrate how each element, desire, belief, expectancy, plays a critical role.
The drowning pupil really highlights that intense, unshakable desire needed.
Absolutely. Without that, the effort just isn't there.
And the loaned money one. That shows how even with desire and belief, if you don't expect it to happen,
you might sabotage the outcome or not even recognize the opportunity when it arrives. Lack of expectancy can really undermine things.
So it's crucial to cultivate all three. Does he offer ways to do that?
Yes, thankfully. Grandmaster Avadhut provides concrete methods for strengthening your desire, belief, and expectancy, giving you agency in this whole process.
Okay, let's talk about success itself. How does he define it?
It's actually a very empowering definition. He defines success simply as the ability to solve problems.
That's interesting. Not just achieving big things, but handling challenges.
Right. And he even introduces the idea of a success meter as a way to kind of track how the training might be enhancing your problem-solving abilities over time.
And he recommends keeping journals.
Yes. Two key ones.
Yeah.
The Success Story Journal, or SSJ, and the Learnings Journal, LJ.
What's the purpose of this success story journal?
It's a fantastic way to consciously acknowledge your wins, big or small, and store that positive energy. You actively record achievements and the positive feelings that went with them.
Like building a personal archive of triumph. I like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the Learnings Journal encourages that crucial growth mindset.
Always asking, what did I learn from this?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Whether it was a success or a setback, what's the takeaway? How can you grow from it?
And there's a third journal too, isn't there?
Yes, the Gratitude Journal, GJ Grandmaster Avadhut. emphasizes its numerous benefits.
Such as?
Increased positivity, better self-esteem, improved sleep, just general happiness and well-being, cultivating appreciation.
He gives prompts too, I believe,
Yeah.
to get you started.
Yeah, examples like, what am I grateful for today? Or who am I thankful for? Simple things to start that daily practice.
Looking at all this, Grandmaster Avadhut also touches upon refining so many different subconscious faculties.
He really does. It's amazing to see the breadth of areas covered.
Like what specifically?
Well, sharpening problem-solving and decision-making skills, enhancing health healing abilities, boosting motivation, improving imaginative visualization.
Emotional regulation too.
Yes, emotional regulation, adaptability, intuition, habit formation, even relationship building, leadership, spiritual growth, and personal integrity.
Wow. It really underscores how comprehensive this training aims to be.
It does. It touches almost every aspect of personal development.
Okay, a key part of accessing these states must be relaxation, right?
Absolutely. The section on the levels of mind and relaxation is essential. Sir explains the alpha brainwave states.
High alpha and alpha center.
That's right. High alpha for deep relaxation and visualization, and alpha center for more focused meditation, getting into that flow state.
And he guides a specific technique.
Yes, the subconscious relaxation technique. It involves focusing on a happy memory and then systematically relaxing different parts of your body. It's a wonderful way to tap into these beneficial alpha states.
The Grandmaster also introduces something called passes. What are those about?
Ah, the passes. These involve specific hand movements combined with focused intention. It's a form of energy work.
Energy work.
Yes, directing and influencing your energy fields. He provides examples like the over-body pass, spinal pass, cross-hand pass, each with specific hand positions, breathing, and visualizations.
Interesting. And for those curious about consciousness itself,
Well, Grandmaster Avadhut delves into sleep mastery.
gaining conscious control over falling asleep and waking up.
Exactly. And also the OBE practice, which stands for out-of-body experience.
Okay, now that sounds advanced.
It is. He explains that mastering sleep mastery and certain alarm clock techniques are pretty much foundational for exploring OBE further. It involves falling asleep physically without losing conscious awareness.
It's truly a vast landscape of personal development that Sir opens up here,
It really is. And there are so many other techniques mentioned.
like the wide awake technique.
Yes, a practice of visualizing absorbing moonlight for purification and rejuvenation.
And the subconscious thoughts technique.
Right, for tuning into positive thoughts before sleep, remembering dreams better, and maybe even seeking guidance or solutions through your dreams.
Then there's attentive thinking.
Another intriguing method Grandmaster Avadhut shares. It uses a mental screen and memory pegs to enhance visualization, clairvoyance, and memory.
And the Kubra Mudra, that specific hand gesture.
Yes, that specific positioning of the hands. It's presented as a powerful way to promote brain compatibility, harmony between conscious and subconscious, mind-body coordination, even universal coordination, and overall enhanced abilities.
He also offers specific techniques for academic excellence, doesn't he?
He does, yes, covering things like effective self-study, how to be more present and absorbent when attending classes, strategies for exams.
Even subconscious study.
Right, using the clairvoyant level and perhaps the Kubra Mudra to absorb information more deeply.
And manifestation seems to be a central theme.
Very central. Grandmaster Avadhut outlines a detailed manifestation technique.
How does that work, briefly?
It involves consciously directing your thoughts and visualizations, projecting your current reality onto a mental screen, making it old and small, then visualizing the desired success vividly, pulling it towards you, solidifying it.
And mental rehearsals are part of this.
Yes, he emphasizes mentally practicing desired outcomes. There are different types of rehearsals to significantly increase the likelihood of success.
The training also seems to explore healing energy and energy work quite a bit.
It does. Techniques like the lightning rod technique for gathering energy.
And wormhole energy portals.
Yeah, that's a fascinating concept for intentionally directing energy across time and space with specific intent.
Wow. And bioenergy caseworking.
That involves sensing and correcting energy imbalances in oneself or others. It's a more advanced application.
What about intuition, like gut feelings?
There's a technique for that too. The gut feeling technique helps you recognize your body's natural physical responses to truth and untruth for clearer guidance.
And the water glass technique. I remember reading about that.
Ah, yes, a very versatile method. Presented as useful for finding lost objects, manifesting intentions, even facilitating healing, all through focused thought and visualization with a simple glass of water.
Then there's the inception technique. What's that?
That's quite interesting. It involves mentally creating a beneficial drink or substance with specific properties, colors, thoughts, energies, and then visualizing the subject, consuming it, and absorbing its benefits. Color psychology can be a tool here.
Fascinating. And extraction techniques.
Yes, for releasing unwanted, intangible ailments or discomforts, there are different types for different situations, even one for more tangible substances.
It seems like there are techniques for almost everything. Habits, addictions.
Absolutely. Grandmaster Avadhut includes practical techniques for habit and addiction control, visualizations using red X's to swipe away unwanted habits, green ticks to swipe in positive ones.
And for addiction, a target date on a mental calendar.
Yes, using the perpetual calendar in the mental workstation with a smiley face on the target date for freedom. Also creating psychic shields for energetic protection.
Different colors for different purposes.
Enhancing intuitive decision-making for binary choices using a mental stage with red and green.
Object energizing.
Yeah.
Putting intent into objects.
Exactly. And even specific mental training for multitasking using visualization exercises.
And underpinning a lot of this seems to be the mental workstation and wealth warehouse.
Yes, these are described as subjective points of reference, powerful inner resources for accessing your own abilities and connecting to higher dimensions.
It truly is a comprehensive system, isn't it, for unlocking your potential?
It really is. Grandmaster Avadhut emphasizes that consistent practice, regular meditation, goal programming, and actually applying these techniques as needed. That's the key to experiencing lasting transformation.
So this whole exploration into Grandmaster Avadhut Das's subconscious mind power training, it really reveals the incredible power that lies within each of us, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The sheer breadth of topics he covers, from personal well-being, health, education, to relationships, finance, sports, spirituality, our inner peace, it just highlights the truly transformative potential.
When you understand and start working with your subconscious mind.
Exactly. You've glimpsed today the remarkable capabilities residing just beneath the surface of your everyday awareness.
Your subconscious mind is this extraordinary resource for learning, healing, achieving your dreams, cultivating profound personal growth.
All thanks to the wisdom and techniques shared by Grandmaster Avadhut over these, 38 years.
So this really brings us to a compelling question for you, the listener.
With this newfound understanding, this glimpse into your subconscious potential, what aspect are you most inspired, most excited to explore further?
Maybe reflecting on those core principles of desire, belief, and expectancy that the Grandmaster talks about. Perhaps that's a starting point.
It could be a starting point for actively shaping the life you envision, guided by these profound teachings from Grandmaster Avadhut. Something to think about.